Hey guys, what's up? Alright, now is the video you all have been waiting for. I'm so thankful that you have been patiently waiting. Um, this, you will finally get to know who is that person who created Taz. Who created your boy Taz? Who is that persona? Who is the backstory? What is the backstory behind it? Why did I come up with that name? And why do I have so many different sides to me? So right now, when you see me dance, that's Taz. When you see this person before you, this is Austin talking to you. That's my real name, Austin. And you'll know my full name in a minute. And the other side of me, there's three sides to me. There's Austin, Taz, and then there's the other side. It's Joel. His actual name is Joel Tasmanian Shaun. Shaun spelled S-H-A-U-N. Yes. Anyway, so when I tell a story, I get very detailed. So it may be breaking up into two parts. I'll try to get my whole story into one video. So here we go. Hi. Turn the music up. I was born on December 8th, 1988 at 12:49 in LA. My parents are, my mother is JJ. I won't say her real name. I won't say her name. JJ is her nickname because everyone on my mom's side, all her siblings, her mother, her father, is a JJ. So she was the only one that really go by JJ. I don't know if anyone else I don't know if any of my uncles or aunties go by JJ, but as far as I've known, she's the only one. My father, his name is Robert William Lance. And my name is Austin JaQuincy Lance. JaQuincy is my youngest uncle's name, and so my middle name is named after him. My father, who was and I say was because he has passed on, he passed on, gosh, since 2003. Yeah, since 2003. 2003 to 2002, I'm not really sure, I can't remember. I don't really think about it because it brings me to a dark and sadful place. But I do think about my father, so don't get me wrong, I do think about my father. I miss my father. My father was, he was like, not an all-American Joe. He was one of those guys, he was white, as you can see, but he was one of those guys who you just automatically knew, no matter what his color was, you just knew you knew he was black. He dated nothing but black women. He listened to hip hop, R&B. It was where I did not hear Barry White, Luther Vandross, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Tupac, anything that wasn't dealing with hip hop, R&B. He would not play it. And he went to Carolina West. For anybody who's watching who knows about Carolina West, it's a club back in the day. My mom and dad met there. And my mom said, honey, your daddy used to dance like a nigga. That's what she said. Your daddy danced like a nigga. He just knew he was black. And he owned, as far as I remember, as I can remember back, he owned his own body shop. He worked on motorcycles, cars. When him and my uncles, well, one of my uncles, him and my uncle, they were growing up, they would always play with my grandfather's tools. And they always be fixing stuff, and you know, so my dad built a motorcycle from the ground up, painted it yellow. His name was Painter Bob because he painted it. And then he went into the correctional field. So like the stuff you see on Oz, that's what he used to do. But he was the type of person who was strict. When I grew up, I can say I grew up in a strict home and a playful home. Strict meaning with my dad, you have to bring home good grades, be good, respect elders, know your manners, everything that a kid should be, but to the next level. They have to be excellent. You have to be good. But it was strict because he pushed me to strive for excellence. So it was a good thing being strict. He strived for excellence. And that's what I do. I strive for excellence. And I thank him for that. But the reason why I said strict household, but he was the type that he kind of sweat the small things a lot. That was one of the problems he used to have. Like they say, don't cry over spilled milk. He would cry over spilled milk a lot. It was a lot of stress. That's all it was. It was just too much stress on him. And he just didn't know how to relax and relieve that stress. You know, just let go and just, you know. And I'm sad he never got to, you know, take a real vacation. I mean, he's gone to Jamaica. And the year that he passed, I heard him over the phone talking to one of his friends. I heard him say, you know, this year I always go to Jamaica every year. You know, this year I'm gonna take Austin to Jamaica with me. I was so excited, but you know, that wasn't in God's plan. God said, no, you can't take him to Jamaica. He does not need to go. You need to come home. That's where you need to be. And it's time for his mother to raise him. But it was unexpected. But that's the way I see God said it, you know. It's time for his mother to raise him. Okay, you had your time. Now let him, you know, get to know his mother. And then my mom, this is where I get a lot. I'm laughing right now, but I'm trying not to cry because I just said all the stuff about my dad and it just hurt me so much, you know, to think that he's gone. But my mom, oh my gosh, me and my mom, we're like this, y'all. We're like this. I got my smart mouth from her, and she won't admit it. I got my smart mouth from her. I got a lot of my, God, how do I want to say it? My, not sassiness, but my little smarty ways from her. I got my love of violence and movies and stuff like that. Like me and my mom, we can sit down and watch a scary movie, and where people going, oh, that's nasty, we be like, damn, that look good. Oh, that makeup look good. That's what we see it as. We see things blowing up, head shot. We see it as it really is. It's just makeup. So my mom, who was always a health freak, she was into the medical field at school. She was a nurse. She used to work at King Hospital. She used to work in the ER, the morgue. And I'm going to tell you this story. My mom knows this. She's not here right now. She's at work. My mom, she told me, I love hearing this story. Her and her friend Jonathan worked in the ER at the morgue at Martin Luther King Hospital. So she said, Jonathan. She said it was slow one night. She said, Jonathan, let's go down to the morgue. So she used to wrap the bodies up and all that. So everything like that. She took this head. She said it was heavier than a bowling ball. She went like this. And he took a picture. That's how crazy my mom is like that. She loves that stuff. And I love it too. So, yeah. So she grew up dealing with the medical field. She was a phlebotomist for 10 years, I think. And then but aside from being a phlebotomist, she actually had a hobby. She was a bodybuilder. She did that for 21 or 22 years, I believe. So, yeah. So she used to take me to the gym while I was in a carrier. And of course, all the ladies and the guys are like, oh, what a cute little baby, you know. And so I grew up around that stuff. So I can honestly say, I don't want to say that I'm more attached to my mom, but I kind of am, because it's that old saying, you know, daddy's little girls, mama's boys. So it's like, you know, I was her boy, I was her baby. I'm still her baby to this day. She'll call me boo sometimes. She'll call me boo-boo, baby, you know, because she's those type of moms. No matter how old you get, you're always going to be the baby. You're always, especially when you're only child, you're the baby of the family. You're the oldest, you're the middle child. You're everything. You're the baby of the family. You're the baby. I'm her baby. She will not let me go. I'm 20 years old. She still calls me her baby. She still sees me as a little kid. She doesn't see me as a big kid. A little kid. Well, she does see me as a big kid. She respects me as a big kid. So, yeah. So, now on to me. I went to Granny Christian Academy, which is a preschool. I went to Fresh Start, which was a kindergarten school. And I went to 74th Street Elementary School, gifted and magnet. So I was a gifted and magnet child. So I mean, I excelled, where I had the chance to skip a grade, but my mom decided not to. Let's see how much time we have left here. Oh, we have 10 seconds. So I'll do you more of that in the next part. Alright?